Perceptual Shift Show. Whoa, whoa, whoa. Welcome to the Perceptual Shift Show. Again, my name is James Quine, and this is my brother,
Robbie. I am a perceptual shifter as well, and a life lover. Excuse me, very important. This is my life-loving coffee. Cheers.
Yeah, we're both life lovers.
Yep.
Grateful to be here with you, sharing a moment.
We're drinking the Kool-Aid here.
Our experience, strength, and hope on perceptual shifting.
That's right.
Loving life and manifesting abundance. That's what this is all about, and it's based on this book.
That's right.
That's right.
I was just going to say 24/7, people. Yes.
The Perceptual Shift, which is available on Amazon.com if you're interested.
Right.
You can just listen to the show, or if you want to buy the book and you want to do the writing and the work, you can buy the book on Amazon.com, hardback, softback, or
Kindle. It's only a couple of shekels.
Yep. So you can save some money, get a journal. Or
Yeah, got to have a
something to write,
journal on the
because
side.
there are writing exercises.
This book you can write in the book.
Yeah, you can write in this book.
Yeah.
So you can, I'll open it up. They can kind of see
Right.
I've got some writing in there.
Yeah.
And really this book is
It's kind of
culmination.
it's a workbook.
Yeah. It's a culmination of Robbie helped me write it too. It's a culmination of our combined experience over the last 30, 40 years and mentoring other people to love their life and learning how to love our life,
Right.
overcome difficult situations,
Sure.
things that I have been through, like, inoperable brain tumors, divorce,
Right.
financial ruin,
Yeah.
health issues, relationship issues, sadness, depression.
Sure. Some heavy
attempted
stuff.
suicide.
Yeah. Some dark stuff.
We've been through a lot in our lives.
Right.
We're both ex-drug addict, alcoholics. I was, sort of mostly marijuana and drinking and pills and cocaine, and you did all that stuff too. But
I did some heroin.
Yeah, but you were-
went
you
down
were-
that. I was like the dormouse in Alice in Wonderland. I'm
Yeah.
just always nodding off.
he was an IV user. I
Yeah.
was scared of needles, so I
I'm
never
so
got
glad.
into it. Yeah,
I'm so glad.
but we've turned our life around from there. But
A
it took
360, definitely.
But it-
Totally clean. Yeah.
and that's sort of a physical perceptual shift,
Right.
But
There's a lot
the
more to
emotional
it.
perceptual shift and the spiritual perceptual shift is a little bit deeper and different.
Yes.
And that's what can create the abundance, the real abundance.
Actually, to be honest with you, getting clean was the easy part. The feelings and the perceptual shift is a much more.
Yes. Although that being said, there's a lot of people who do not feel that getting clean or sober is easy.
Right.
They really, really struggle. I was lucky. When I got off drugs and alcohol, I got off, and I think I slipped a couple of weeks later. I thought that I got sober on December 31st, and then I found out later in a journal that I had done some drinking.
And you watched Eraserhead, and you did your
So
grand
it was a couple
hurrah.
weeks later.
Yeah.
You had a couple slippy poos.
Yeah, I did.
Yeah. So, it's not super easy in the beginning necessarily
No.
for everybody.
But I'm grateful for the slippy poos because I was being what they call half measures. And now I know that I got to dig deep to have a happy, joyous, and free existence.
Absolutely. So beyond that, we have dug into all types of, what should I say, books. And
Therapy?
Therapy, podcasts.
Right.
Speakers, listening to people, investigating ways that we could reshape our lives into a place where we loved our lives.
Right.
And abundance started showering down on us.
Yes.
And when we talk about abundance, from the perspective of this book, it's not just financial abundance, right?
Right.
What else?
Health is abundance. Creativity is abundance. Relationships are abundance. Yeah, it goes on and on.
Exactly. So what we do in this podcast is we read a page from the book.
Right.
Might be a couple of pages, one section. Each page or two has a section to it. And then we share about the reading, and then we answer the questions, and we share about that. But before we get started, what do?
We are going to grab our Perceptual Shift guitars over here and our perceptual shift lenses.
That's correct.
So we can get totally immersed in the perceptual shift zone.
New pair of glasses for me.
That's right. And we're going to serenade you with our perceptual shift song.
We are indeed.
So here's my percussion right here. I got to do it carefully because it's balanced on the book.
I got to be careful because we got a lot of stuff.
I know.
By the way, we're in a new studio today. This is a new podcast studio. See, I told you.
Crammed in over here.
Yeah, so it's a smaller studio. It's tighter.
Yeah.
There might even be a little bit of traffic noise over here.
That's true.
But it's not my living room anymore. So I get to have my living room back because I have a grandson who wants to play in that living room.
Exactly. And he deserves to have his little play space.
We've adjourned into the office now and we've reset this up. So
we got kicked out by the grandson.
Yeah, it might be a little bit rough in the beginning, but we'll dial it in.
Okay, here we go.
Okay.
Welcome to the Shift Show. Ready for the mind flow. You're gonna see the world in a brand new way. We'll show you how to love life. Eliminate your strife. You'll manifest all that you desire. The Perceptual Shift Show. Whoa, whoa, whoa.
Wow, not bad.
That was a little bumpy.
It was bumpy because you hit your chin.
You saw that,
which cracked me up, and then I couldn't stop laughing. So
I'm trying so hard to be cool, and I'm bumping my chin all over.
And then, did you
place.
forget the grind at the end?
Yes.
Yeah, I was like waiting and waiting.
I have to be truthful.
I better just
Well, you know what happened is I couldn't get a grip on this. I was doing the tambourine like. There's no hole. Oh, here's the hole. I couldn't find it. Yeah, I like to do it like that.
Yeah, that's what she said.
I'm failed miserably today.
All right, so we got that out of the way. We got our song. You got your
Yeah.
perceptual shift lenses on.
I sure did.
I put mine over here.
Oh,
You can
smart.
put it maybe
Okay,
over
yeah,
there.
that's great. It's
And,
we have a whole new system here. We
Yeah,
used to have.
it's a whole new system. So we're going to go right into the reading.
Yeah, let's do it. Dive
I
in.
already did the announcement. Oh, a couple other announcements. I already told you about buying the book on Amazon.com
Right.
if you want. You can also get a signed copy of that book if you hit me up in the comments of this podcast episode, or you DM me on Instagram or TikTok. You can find my handle is James M. Quine, Quine, M for Michael. And you'll also find some life hacks and some don't do this, do that, and some different information that really correlates with the book.
Very much.
Experience, strength,
Yeah,
and
it
hope stuff.
dovetails into it.
Yeah.
The life hacks are great. I'm a huge fan of those.
Yeah. So we have that. If it turns out you like this podcast, follow, subscribe to get notified when the next one comes out. Is that too close for you?
It kind of is sinking. Yeah, there. That's good.
Oh, you need to tighten that one up right
Which
there.
one?
This.
Oh,
here.
that one.
Yeah.
Okay.
And Saturday we have a workshop. We actually just did one recently.
It was wonderful. Both weeks. It's getting better and better.
Yeah.
It's like people are starting to feel safe and just open up and share from their depths of their soul, and
all
it's
about
wonderful. Very
uncovering
very safe space. Everyone's at a different stage.
Yep, we're uncovering, discovering, and discarding
as a collective, and it's really, really cool.
and evolving into a place where we can love life more and
Right.
create more abundance.
Yeah, uncover, discover, and discard,
Exactly. So
like a lotus flower.
if you want to join us, that is on Zoom, and there's a link
Every
here.
Saturday. Yeah.
There's a link in this description of this podcast.
I'll be there. James will be there.
Yeah, we'll be there live, and you can hit me up. I guess in the comments and ask for the password, or hit me up and DM me on Instagram or TikTok, and I'll give you the password to get in there. But it's a great opportunity to kind of meet us and get the work going. So if
Yeah.
you feel like doing it.
And also, we go kind of slow through the book, so we're not like racing through it or anything. Sometimes it's like only one page gets done. So
Yeah, and these are all just suggestions. Like if you want to just listen to the podcast, that's cool too.
yeah, go at your own speed.
All right, today we are on page 17, and it is a doubly page. Because
Can you explain what a double E page is?
a doubly page is where it goes 2 pages. This is actually a triple E page.
Whoa!
So it's in the chapter, The Roots of Our Perceptions, where we look at the roots of our perceptions. Where did we get those perceptions?
Right.
The perceptions that we're living with today, how we see things, how we view things, the way we interpret the world around us, and even ourselves. Where did it come from? We're looking for the roots of that.
Yeah, and the patterns.
Yeah, and the idea is to root out those things that don't serve us.
Right.
And try to move them out of our perceptual field of vision.
Exactly. That deserves a ding.
Thank you. And then look at the things that are actually helping our perception be aligned with life loving.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Yeah, the reset button.
Exactly. So normally a lot of these pages are just one page. This one,
But this one's a triple E one.
well, it's a triple E because it gives a bunch of examples.
Oh, okay. I see.
And it's called The Weight of Our Experiences. So let's dive in.
Okay.
Our personal experiences add depth to the root. Can I try that again?
Yeah.
Our personal experiences add depth to the roots of our perceptions. Traumatic events, successes, failures, and relationships all leave their mark on how we perceive the world. A single betrayal can lead us to a lifelong distrust of others, while a moment of unexpected kindness can restore our faith in humanity. And I want to just touch base on that second part because I had the great opportunity once when I was listening to a speaker at an event talk about love and abundance and kindness and their take on how to manifest all this stuff. And someone in that group, I noticed in the audience, got up about halfway through and left. And they looked a little disturbed. And I followed them outside. And I said, "Hey, man, how's it going?" And he turned around and he said, "Oh, it's okay." And I said, "You doing okay?" He said, "Well, not really." And I said, "Hey, you want to talk for a sec?" He said, "Okay." And he was apprehensive.
Wow.
We sat down. We had a conversation.
Just a stranger?
Yeah, I never knew him before.
Wow.
I just got this inkling, this feeling.
Sure.
Like this guy looked unhappy.
Right.
I followed him out. We had this great talk. I gave him my phone number. He never called me. But I saw him a few weeks later at a different group meeting. And he came up to me after and he said to me, "Hey, man, I just want to say thank you." And I said, "For what?" And he said, "Our conversation." I said, "Cool. Did it help?" He goes, "Oh, yeah, it helped. I was going home to kill myself."
Wow.
And I was like,
It was
"What?"
it was a
And he
911.
said, "Yeah, you sort of prevented me from doing that night."
Hold on.
Yeah. I don't know if I was going to go through with it or not, but that was the plan.
Yeah.
And after listening to you, I decided to hold off for a while, and I'm glad that I did. So
That's awesome.
those random acts of kindness can actually save someone's life.
Yeah.
Okay, let's keep going. Life feels much lighter without trust issues and emotional baggage.
I just want to say you got some good karma for that one, dude.
Thank you, bro. Thank you. You're not the official quote-unquote scorekeeper of life. Mm-hmm. Let's cut that out. Right?
Yeah, knock it off.
Even if you've felt or acted that way before, forgiveness can actually be liberating.
Very.
And forgiveness doesn't mean condoning their behavior.
Right.
There's a big difference between forgiving and condoning.
Right.
I can forgive someone for what they did without condoning what they did. And that's important. Took a long time for me to learn that.
That deserves a ding.
Another ding? Thank you.
Yeah,
I'm getting lots of dings today.
Yeah.
All right.
You're earning them. They're
Thank
good.
you. Choosing the high road, these chairs, I told you they make your butt slip out.
I know, a little bit.
I know. Okay. Choosing the high road or aligning with a higher vibration brings peace. Living in a state of love for others and for yourself, flaws and all, is the highest vibration of all, which also is called love.
Love, yes. The king.
Yes. Growth is what matters, and it's okay to be patient with yourself, to cheer yourself on, and to be your own best friend.
Absolutely. Be your own cheerleader,
Yeah,
for
and
sure.
be your own best friend and cheerleader along the way.
Yes.
The human brain has a tendency to create stories to make sense of events, even when these stories are incomplete or misleading. These stories shape our perceptions, which in turn shape our reality. By identifying these perceptions, we begin to question and shift them, creating a more empowered and fulfilling life. Below are hypothetical scenarios that illustrate how experiences can distort perception and how recognizing this can help shift your mindset. All right, so we got 1, 2, 3, 4 different stories.
Right.
Amy was excluded from a group when she was young. As a result, Amy may internalize the belief that she is unworthy of belonging, leading her to avoid social situations or sabotage relationships in adulthood, developing fear of intimacy,
Sure.
something I've had in the past, distrust, or difficulty with boundaries, something else I've had in the past. And what's interesting about these stories is if you read them carefully and you read them backwards, meaning if you have fear of intimacy, if you have distrust, if you have difficulty with boundaries, if you have avoided social situations or sabotaged relationships, perhaps you have the same type of internalized belief that Amy had from an experience a long time ago.
Right.
Rooting that out and choosing to let that go and create a different type of experience for yourself is part of the abundance we're talking about.
Yeah. I think most people have trust issues in one form or another.
Absolutely.
It's pretty common.
And it's great to identify where it came from.
Yes, exactly.
Uncover, discover, and
discard.
James, not this James, or maybe this
Wow,
James,
my ears perked up for a second.
experienced either physical or verbal harm or mistreatment during his childhood.
True.
Yes. James may interpret anything that doesn't align with his desires as abuse, which could lead to hypersensitivity in relationships and difficulty distinguishing between actual harm and unmet expectations.
Right.
So this is really about me, to be honest. Because if I read this backwards and ask the question, have I had unmet expectations in relationships? Right. Have I put unrealistic expectations on myself or others? Have I had a difficulty distinguishing between what's really abuse and what's unmet expectations? Am I hypersensitive in relationships with others? All those apply to me still today.
This was like a little bird that was at our Saturday meeting that we just had a second ago.
Yeah, exactly.
The perceptual shift.
Exactly. Yeah. All right, next one. And if you relate to any of these, this might be a good book for you to read. And some good exercises for you to do.
It is a good book for you to read.
If you want to love life more, let go of those things and move into more abundance.
Right, and not be Debbie Downer and depressed.
All right, let's move on to Alex. Alex experienced parental absence and neglect during childhood. This early environment may lead Alex to believe that anyone who offers love will eventually leave, potentially causing behaviors that push others away and reinforcing a self-fulfilling prophecy of abandonment.
Unlovableness.
Yeah. And I did mention this when I was doing an exercise on a different page that I had some abandonment issues from my mother that transferred into my relationships and caused fear of intimacy.
Yeah.
And an immediate shutdown when I felt threatened.
Right.
Overreaction.
Yeah.
All right. I lied. I think it's 1, 2, 3, 5 different stories. Okay. David grew up with financial hardship and scarcity. David may believe that financial abundance is unattainable, leading to scarcity mindset that prevents him from taking risks or seizing opportunities, thereby perpetuating financial struggles. We had someone in our class, in our Perpetual Shift study just recently, who mentioned that they're scared of taking risks.
Yeah.
And if you go back and you ask yourself, am I scared of taking risks? Do I have financial struggles frequently? Then this may be something to look at.
Right.
You know, do you have a mindset that financial abundance is not attainable?
Or poverty consciousness.
Exactly. And finally, Jordan was diagnosed with a chronic illness in their early childhood. Jordan may believe that their illness defines their life, leading them to feel powerless and limited. This belief could result in avoiding new experiences or feeling unworthy of a fulfilling life despite their condition.
Right.
So there may be people that overcame that illness and still feel this way. There may be people that still suffer from that illness and feel this way. The idea is abundance is available no matter what your shape, size, creed, political stance is, religion, orientation, height, illness, health, hair color, hair or no hair, any of these things.
Right.
We can, if you look at social media these days.
Or a mohawk.
Or a mohawk. If you look at social media these days, you can see people who you normally would think wouldn't be on TV or a star or whatever, have millions of followers and maybe don't adhere to the strict ideas of what someone should look like or what someone should act like or what kind of health status.
Sure.
Maybe they have a handicap. Maybe I saw a woman who has no arms and it was incredible. She's a mom, amazing mother.
Wow.
And she's giving tips about motherhood.
That's cool.
Which is so cool.
Right.
Meaning,
I agree.
She's created this incredibly abundant life with her child.
Wow.
And no arms and figured out how to make it work.
That's super cool. Yeah.
That's the kind of abundance I'm looking for. So, by recognizing and challenging these perceptions that we have, you can shift your mindset and open the door to new possibilities. Understanding that these beliefs are not truths, but interpretations allows you to rewrite the narrative and step into a more empowered version of yourself, i.e., more abundant version of yourself. Revisiting and reframing these experiences allows us to release the weight of false narratives and creates a new lens rooted in truth and possibility. And I want to say something quickly about revisiting and reframing because I don't want it misinterpreted. If we have something negative in our past, it's not a great idea to keep revisiting it for the purpose of, oh, my mom was mean to me or my dad was mean to me. I'm going to be in self-pity and this is my whole reason. Because that becomes a justification for our perceptions, our attitudes, and actions.
Yeah.
However, that being said, if you notice that you're still living in a poverty mindset, it is important to continually recognize that maybe that was something from your childhood and say, I release my childhood
connect the dots.
Experiences so that I can create more abundance in my life and know that abundance is here for the taking and unlimited.
Exactly.
So that's what we mean. Look at it and reframe it.
And ask, does this serve me?
Exactly. Does it serve me?
Yeah.
Turn it into an affirmation.
Right.
Okay. Question number one.
It's boring. Some of that old negative programming is boring.
Super boring.
It's so stale. It's like, toss it in the trash.
It's like that self-pity party that nobody comes to.
Pity party, ew.
And we're all alone.
Yeah.
And that makes us even sadder.
I know, with our little hat and our blower.
Ooh. Didn't we have a little, like a shaker?
Probably, yeah. But we're all alone there at the party. Nobody RSVP'd.
That's what I said. It's so sad. All right. Has anything happened in your life or something happened in your life that made you believe you were less capable of achieving something or doing something or being something, less lovable or worthy than you truly are? And can I go first?
Yeah, please.
Okay. So I had this fairy tale Disney idea about marriage that I think a lot of people can
lot of
relate
people,
to.
yes.
When we get married, we say till death do us part.
Right.
In sickness and in health. And they don't all say that anymore. I think that people have changed those types of things.
Right.
But when I did it, I said those things. And my wife said those things. And I believed them. And I lived with the idea that no matter what, unless there's physical abuse or something horrible like that, or
Right.
drug addiction or bipolar
Sure.
or illness or something that's just crazy, obviously I'm not going to stay with someone and don't expect them to stay with me if somebody's hitting somebody with a frying pan in the face.
Right.
But other than that, we work through it. We figure it out.
Right.
We'll make it work. We're a team. We're making a decision at this point to work through life together and overcome any obstacles that we have as a
Right.
partnership. When that didn't happen, something in my life changed in my perception about marriage. And my perception changed to the belief that I might not be capable of the type of love from someone that I want to stay with me for the rest of my life. Might not be good enough. I might not be worthy of that. I might not be the material needed for someone to want to deal with my problems and my personality. And that was a rough thing for me. So it created that belief, because the second part of this question is write down the experience, the belief it created, and consider how that belief might not be serving you or your growth. And so since that relationship ended, and for the last 15 or 20 years, I've been doing mirror work.
Right.
And when I started the mirror work, I didn't like what I saw in the mirror. I didn't like the person I saw. That person wasn't behaving in every way that I thought was really befitting of a good man. So I started changing the way that I was behaving in the world around me. And I started loving myself.
That's
First,
awesome.
I didn't believe I love you, but I said it anyway at the direction of one of my mentors. And eventually I did. And eventually it wasn't so robotic, like,
Right.
I love you, James. I love you, James.
Right.
It was like, hey, dude,
Yeah.
what's up?
It's more relaxed.
What's up, motherfucker? I love you, bro. I love you. You, the man that's looking back at me. I love you.
That's
You
right.
know? And it was, and I would mess around with myself. Like I would look away and then I go, I see you. I see you again.
Wow.
And I'd dance in the
Being
mirror.
playful with it. Yeah.
Having fun. I got
Yeah.
a little picture of Jamie
That's so
there.
great. Yeah.
I kissed Jamie. I
Yeah.
love you.
He deserves
Give
it.
him all the
He
love
deserves
that,
a hug.
that
Yeah.
he deserves to have. And I learned to.
Did you share your cinnamon tea drink with him?
Well, he's a picture, so, But in a way, he's inside of me. So
That's
yes,
what I
he
mean,
had
yeah.
a sip for sure.
Exactly.
And so when it says at the end of this, consider how that belief might not be serving me. Mm-hmm. I not only consider how the belief might not be serving me, but I also choose to modify that belief.
Bravo. Yeah.
But no ding.
Well, it almost got a ding.
Wow. By learning how to love myself. Okay. The way that I deserve to be loved.
Yeah.
And you know what the truth is? It says something that you believe that made you believe you were less lovable or worthy. The work that I do in the mirror, I now feel that I am lovable
Yeah.
and worthy.
Yeah, yeah.
And if somebody chooses not to love me or doesn't feel
Their
that I'm
loss.
worthy, their loss.
Yeah.
Flick it off, baby.
That's right.
Flick it off.
Ding it off.
Okay. That's question number one. Can
Okay.
you go for that? Can you give me yours?
Yeah. Can you repeat the question again, please?
I will repeat the question because this is Jeopardy. Has something happened in your life, Robbie, that made you believe you were less capable, lovable, or worthy than you truly are? And by the way, just for everybody else, it doesn't need to be a person.
Right.
It could be an event. It could be jail. It could be drug addiction.
Yeah.
It could be, hurting someone else. It could
Sure.
be anything.
Yeah. Wow. Well, there's a lot of things that come up for me for that. One of them was I felt like, I don't know if it's was a sex addiction thing, or I used to be a big cheater, but I grew up in the 70s and like Superfly. It was like cool to be like a kind of a stud.
Swinger.
Swinger
Playboy.
person. Playboy, yeah, that's
But
the right
basically
word.
a cheater.
Yeah, and I think that I had this sort of romantic idea that I'm a ladies' man or I'm a player. And I always felt so creepy after I did that, like betraying people. And it's like, I don't want to be betrayed. And I was leading a sort of a double life. And I didn't know it was fear of intimacy. I didn't know that it was trust issues. I was like 15,
Right.
So I learned the hard way, no pun intended, that it's not cool to hurt people.
Why did you have to do the pun?
Well,
It took me a minute to even get that. Okay, go ahead.
But I really felt a lot of shame about that. And I would get caught. I was sloppy. I was stupid. We didn't have phones back then where you could go through the phone, but there was other things. Like one time in my car, I had like a bag of pumpkin seeds. And I picked up this chick that liked pumpkin seeds. And there's like evidence of all these pumpkin. And my girlfriend knew I didn't eat pumpkin seeds. Oh. She's like, where the fuck are these pumpkin seeds from, Robbie?
Yeah.
And I was busted, deer in the headlights.
And that's what I meant when I looked in the mirror and didn't like the man that I saw.
That's exactly.
So I had to change it.
Yes.
So have you changed it?
I did not like that man in the mirror at all.
So have you changed that?
Yes. I stopped doing it.
Okay.
I mean, it's embarrassing, but I want to keep it real, But I took accountability for that, and I changed it. And
right.
I'm not a cheater at all.
Exactly.
I never do that shit.
Exactly. So, all right. So that's question number 1. And question number 2 is, if you were asked to look into the mirror right now and say, "I love you," would it feel uncomfortable or challenging? And I can tell you that from my experience, when I started that work, it did feel really uncomfortable.
Yes, it does.
Inauthentic, challenging, awkward. My mentor asked me to do that for a year. I followed directions pretty well.
It was Chuck, right?
Yeah, it was Chuck. And I did it. And after a year, he said, "Hey, I think it's been about a year, hasn't it?" And I said, "Yes, it has." He goes, "How's that looking in the mirror and saying, 'I love you, James,' working out?" And I said, "It's okay." And he said, "Are you looking right into your eyes when you say it?"
Ooh.
And I was like, "No." He goes, "Where are you looking?" And I'm like, "Anywhere except my eyes."
Wow.
And he's like, "Okay, well, I understand that. So this year, let's try it looking into your eyes." And I was thinking,
Stage 2.
Another year of
yes.
this? Oh my God, please no. Because I was that uncomfortable.
Sure.
As I said, I was still doing some behavior like flicking people off driving in a car.
Right.
That it was hard to love the guy I was seeing right there. So I started looking in my eyes, which is way more intense.
Yeah.
And the rest of the story there.
Right.
So that's what happened to me. So it says at the end of this, if it would feel uncomfortable, imagine looking into the mirror and seeing yourself at age 5.
Right.
Picture that small child clearly.
Yeah.
Or have a picture like I do. What loving, kind, and comforting words would you say to them to make sure they knew how loved, valuable, and capable they truly are? Write this down as a message from your heart directly to theirs. And so I'll tell you what I tell Jamie in the morning. I say, "Good morning, little Jamie boy. I love you so much. I'm so grateful that I'm you and you're me. And look at the grown-up we became. Like, we're this grown-up man. Like, this is crazy. But I'm still you, and I love you. And today I promise we're going to do some fun stuff like play guitar and sing, go to the beach." By the way, last night I went to the beach with Kona.
Oh, right.
And was out there watching the sunset. It was incredible.
Was it beautiful?
Jamie loved it.
Oh,
and
that's
so did
great.
Big James.
Yeah,
we
yeah.
loved it together. And so I literally have this conversation with little Jamie, and he knows that I've got his back.
Right.
He knows that I'm inviting him into my life today, which I had kicked him out of my life for a long time.
Right.
because I was Big James and I don't need to be little Jamie anymore.
You abandoned him.
Well, remember, Jamie was the bionic woman,
Right.
right? Jamie Summers, and I got teased from that name.
Oh, I see.
So I changed it to Big James. So
I get it.
these days, I'm happy with the name Jamie.
Yeah, sure. I love it.
So the question
That's
for
a
you,
cool
Rob,
name.
Yeah, the question for you, Rob, is if you were asked to look into the mirror right now and say, I love you, right now, would it feel uncomfortable or challenging? Honestly.
Honestly, there's two answers I have for that. When I look in the mirror, one thing I've noticed is I have a lot of light in my eyes sometimes, which I think is very cool. I meditate a lot, like 2 hours a day usually. And I listen to the Holy Om, and I have my own little way of connecting to my source, which I consider mainly to be just love itself, expressing through me and around me. I'm interfaced with the love. So I like how my eyes look. I have a lot of sun damage. I taught surf lessons for on and off for 40 years, and I really effed up my skin. So, but I can fix that. I'm in the process of kind of making amends to my own health and my skin and stuff like that. And so it's, like I can fix that with Botox and fillers if I want to, or I can get a facelift, which I've been considering. I'm turning 65 in a few days. So it's like, I think it's probably time for a facelift, but I don't want to get like a cheap, shitty one. I want to get something good.
Right.
So I don't just want to rush into it, but yeah. And I can give that gift to myself. I don't really feel ashamed of it or anything. I think it would be nice to have, look really fabulous and foxy.
So when you look in the mirror, you see those two things. You see the light of your eyes.
Right.
But then you also see some skin damage.
Yes, yeah.
So you're disappointed at the one thing
right.
and the other.
It's kind of a mixed bag. It's a little herky-jerky.
So if you say, I love you,
yeah.
You're kind of like, I love you, but I don't love what you did to the skin.
Right.
And what happened to
right.
you.
I kind of damaged it. I never wore sunscreen. I'm kind of, I have to take accountability for that.
I love your honesty, bro.
Thank you.
I love it. It's great.
Well, I love your honesty too.
Thank you. Thank you for sharing it. And so, if you were looking in the mirror and seeing yourself at age 5, what loving, kind, and comforting words would you say to little Robbie to make sure that he knew how loved, valuable, and capable he is? Could you tell everyone what you would tell little Robbie?
I would tell him, I love you. I think you're a creative guy. I think you're cool. You're a skateboarder and you watch Batman. And a lot of times when I play guitar or when I get into my truck, I invite my inner child to sit on my lap. I strap him in when I strap myself in. It's like, we're going to drive together and go get a taco. And almost always when I play guitar, I imagine my inner child sitting there and we're playing together. I really like to connect to that.
I love that.
That kind of energy. The same thing you're talking about. It's a very joyful, creative, like the sky's the limit kind of energy. Expansive and semi-magical, dare I say.
Yes. It's unlimited too.
It's unlimited. It's fun. It's exuberant. And it's playful. You kind of captured that. It's like, if we're going to have a friendship, let's have fun.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
Yeah. I don't want to be like an authoritarian, mean, like, get your shit together, you little prick. I don't want to be an asshole. I want to be a loving, have
like
that.
A dad, like a dad.
Like a dad and like a friend and like a mentor a little bit.
Big brother.
Someone to big brother.
Yeah.
Someone to hang out with, someone to kick it with, like a buddy.
Play games.
Sure. Watch Batman together and
And for the people watching and listening, just to let you know, some of this stuff that we're talking about, even though we're brothers and we've lived, a lot of our lives together, we've never heard each other share before. This is the first time certain things are being revealed.
Yeah, you come up with fresh stuff all the time.
Yeah, so it's very, very cool.
I didn't know all that stuff at Santa Monica City College that you shared about, having that mean singing teacher that shamed you in front of the whole room when you sang.
Yeah. And
boo, he gets no ding at all for that.
And
Anti-ding.
one of the things that I love is our level of honesty.
Yeah.
Knowing that, it's going to be broadcast out there for anybody to watch and see.
Maybe it'll help someone.
Yeah. And that really is the goal at the end of the day. So we are done with the pages.
I think that deserves a ding.
Thank you. The triple page, what do I call it? A Tripoli? The Tripoli. We are done with the reading part.
Isn't that in Italy or something? Tripoli
is
or
like,
France or
yeah.
something?
And we're about to end the episode. We're going to remind you about a bunch of stuff. But before we end, we have a completely different song.
It is so different. You won't even recognize any elements.
Yeah, it's the outro song. It lets you know that this podcast is almost over. And
excuse you.
Oh yeah. Where are my? Oh, here, my shifties.
Half measures of
Let me get my shifties. It's very difficult to get the shifties.
All right,
and
I gotta
balance the guitar.
grab the hole this time.
And
Ooh, sorry about that. It's a little naughty.
Yeah.
Grabbing the hole.
I heard you.
I know.
You don't need to drill it in. Ooh, I didn't mean anything by that.
Here we go.
All right.
Now you've heard the Shift Show. I hope you got your mind blown. We'll be back next week with more to say. And if you are a seeker, by the book dig deeper. Take what you like and now go out and play and invite little Jamie. The Perceptual Shift Show. Whoa, whoa, whoa. Voila.
Thank you.
Thanks,
you
you guys.
Couple quick notes before we leave you. Yes, like I just said, thank you so much for coming and joining us on this podcast.
Yeah.
Hope you come back to the next one to continue perceptually shifting
That's
with us.
right.
Loving life and manifesting more abundance in your life.
That's right.
Again, if you want to buy the book, you can go to Amazon.com, get the hardback or the softcover book, or
You can go to Kindle, and it's hardly any ducats to get that one.
you actually go to Amazon or Amazon Kindle.
Oh, sorry.
Yeah, either way.
Okay,
And you can get it there.
You got to have, if you get the Kindle version, buy a little notebook somewhere just so you can do
Exactly.
the writing. Because writing is very healing. It's part of the uncover, discover, discard part is the writing.
Exactly.
Because there's something about writing that you can't really, it's sort of in my face when I do it.
Yes,
You know,
yes. You
there's-
sort of connect to the universe
Yeah.
more deeply when we
It's
do
kind
it.
of like black and white.
Yeah.
Here it is. Knock you over the head with it. Okay.
Yeah. It's the doing thing. If I think
Yes,
in my mind,
it is. It's
I love
action.
my life, it's different than saying it out loud. And when I write it, it becomes even more powerful.
Both are good, but writing is action, and it's,
Yeah. And if you want a personally signed copy, just hit me up in the comments of this podcast or on Instagram or TikTok at James M for Michael Quine, Quine, and DM me. I will get you a signed copy. If you like this podcast, follow, subscribe to get notifications of the next one. And remember, we do a Saturday workshop on Zoom. The link will be in this podcast. We also announce it on Instagram and TikTok. If you want to get the password to that, DM me once again on Instagram or TikTok,
Right.
or give me a comment in this podcast and I'll get you the password for that. We hope to see you next week. We hope to see you at the Saturday workshop too.
right.
And remember,
And watch the life hacks too. They can be like little mantras for the day that help perceptually
and
shift.
there's new ones coming all the time.
Yeah.
And remember, loving life is not necessarily about loving every single thing.
Thank you. Let's keep it real. Yeah, life is difficult sometimes.
Sometimes we get knocked, to
That's
the left,
right.
to the right, and we have little stumbles and falls.
Yep.
We pick ourselves back up. But the reality is that loving life is a state of mind that we seek
Thank
to possess.
you. Yeah.
And that state of mind will actually create more abundance for us.
Right.
So if you aspire to be a life lover like we do, whether you're already one now or you want to be one,
Right.
we suggest that you say it out loud.
Yeah.
Like we are right now. And say it with us if you
Yeah.
want to, because we're going to do it right now. Are you ready, bro?
I'm always ready for life loving.
1,
2,
2, 3.
3. I love my life! Woo! Yeah.
The Perceptual Shift Show. Whoa, whoa.